This is it. Mono e mono.
Yes, sir.
It was very interesting thinking about that term. What do you think that mono e mono is supposed to mean?
One-on-one. That's what I thought it was. I mean, it could be something different.
What else could it be?
I don't know. Well,
I mean, mono means one. Mono.
Mono e mono.
E is like
one-on-one, maybe.
Welcome back, everybody.
This is the type of things we think about.
We're back on a new one, on a new episode, on a different day. On a different day.
And almost a different year.
Just about. We're getting close to 2025. Is anybody excited? I'm going to be 25 next year.
And 80-90. It's going to be 25 tomorrow.
Dang.
If you know, you know. If you know
Shout out to 80-90. 80-90. 80-90 beep.
Happy early birthday.
Anyways, man, let's just jump into it. We're going to make it up as we go. You ready?
Hell, just bullshit along the way.
I'm going to ask you 3 questions, and then after that, you're going to ask me 3 questions.
Okay.
Okay? You think you can handle that?
Maybe.
Okay. Here we go. So, in chess, what is your favorite chess piece, and why?
I like the horse.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. That's a pretty good answer. Why?
I like it because the move set seems very different than all the other pieces. All the other pieces seem to be very diagonal and straight across, or up and down.
Up and down.
Yeah,
oh yeah, they're just typical.
Yeah, typical. Like this one, you can.
This one really does something cool.
You can kind of jump all around the place. Sometimes it's kind of hard to map out all the different moves it can do.
Yeah, that's actually pretty difficult. That is pretty difficult sometimes.
Yeah, for me anyway. That's I like it because it's the most difficult one for me to understand.
Yeah, okay. I see what you're saying. I think that it's a very good piece as well. I think that's probably
especially if you got using 2 in conjunction with each other.
Like, yeah, it's probably one of my favorite pieces too. Seriously, whenever you're using one to connect another,
yeah, you can use them
and just moving around.
Yeah, both together, use them in conjunction with one another.
Yeah,
that shit.
I love using horses, but I don't mind sacrificing them.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about sacrificing them, but
yeah,
I think they're useful.
Let's get you some room over here, bro.
Let's
get you some autofocus. We got to get you some autofocus, bro.
I thought that was just my eyes.
Nah, bro. It's got to be autofocused on you now. Now we ain't got no fucking focus.
See, this is like what I see.
This is what you see all the time?
No.
You want to just rock out like this?
I know what I'm drinking.
You don't want to rock out like this, do you?
I mean, it's up to you, man. I don't care. But
Man.
But the people watching might not appreciate.
I'm starting to get insecure.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
That'll
be my question. Why are you insecure?
Yeah, but I didn't finish my other 2 questions.
That's okay. I'll just ask that later.
Okay, why do I feel insecure?
I'll ask that. I'll go through the other questions.
There we go. Now we got some autofocus back in here. Okay, go ahead, man. Why do I feel insecure?
Yeah, you just said you were feeling insecure.
Well, maybe I don't. Maybe I'm not really insecure. I just feel insecure.
All right. If that's how you put it.
You see what I'm saying? It's a new emotion. Insecurity.
What is insecurity?
What is insecurity?
Yeah, I try to understand what I don't know.
Well,
it's like
insecurity
or something like
no.
Like self-doubt or something?
Yeah. That's insecurity. That's basically really the definition of insecurity.
You're like, can I really do this?
Yeah, self-doubt.
Oh yeah, like second guessing yourself or something like that.
Yeah, self-doubt, and I guess anxiety could potentially play a role in it. Well, I think that it's like causation. It's a causation. So if you're insecure, then you will most likely have anxiety.
Kind of like they kind of play off each other, maybe. You know what I'm saying?
Don't you think insecurity is kind of like You know, it's kind of mix and matched. Like you can mix and match it with different things.
like insecure, maybe like
maybe I feel very confident here, but what if I go outside? If I go outside in the woods,
out of like your what would you call it, like
comfort zone?
Comfort zone, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's new, it's unfamiliar,
it's a new, improved.
You're just not really aware of everything at that moment. Here, you know, you kind of like it's like home base.
Yeah. I feel. Well, I mean, I don't think that I really get. I mean, I feel like everybody gets insecure. You know, going out anywheres into unknown territory.
Yeah. Was it like that at the dive bar?
I don't think that it was
weird?
Insecure. It was insecurity. It was weird because I don't know that environment. That's why it was a little bit weird. And I don't think that I was insecure with myself. I think that I just need time. If I wanted to be in there more, I need more time to understand the environment better, so that I'm more familiar with it. And if I'm more familiar with it, I'm more comfortable. So if I'm more comfortable, I'm more social. And I think that goes for everybody. But you know, if somebody's insecure, then they kind of stop themselves from being comfortable.
Yeah, that would just come with time. Like for me, I totally know what you mean, because when I went for the first time, it was kind of like I had no idea what to expect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, is this going to be like Randolph's, or is this going to be like
it's so packed
place?
In there, too.
It's very packed. It's kind of like...
for the people that don't know, it's a bar in Hickory.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I don't know how to explain it. That's why it's weird.
It's kind of like...
it's a cool bar.
If you've been at like a college party... think of it kind of like that,
but with older people.
Well, yeah, with you mixed in.
Yeah.
But a lot of the times, it's mostly people in their 20s.
Yeah.
But there are situations where you'll have, the vast majority of people, 20-year-olds
or 30s
or early 30s. So and the music playlist is like something you would hear at probably like a college party. Like it's more the music's more hip hop.
Some of the music in there that was
they changed
weird.
They changed it up, especially when the night's almost over.
I
feel like they do that on purpose to get you to even the theme song just like get the fuck out. Like,
yeah.
And if people know what I'm talking about, like if you've been there, you know what I'm talking about. Like around like 1:30, last call, DJ just they're all wrapping it up. They got to go home.
Yeah. Shout out to the DJ.
Yeah. But
shout out.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, bro. You like that environment? You think it's cool?
I mean, I like having a lot of people there that I know. I like talking to people.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, in a way, it's just, you know, you see a lot of people. It's maybe like one of my only chances to see some people like maybe a couple times a month. But like I know because you know them. And maybe they've been on the podcast before. And you just kind of catch up, you know, every couple weeks, and you see how they're doing. And just people socialize and just laugh and have a good time. Maybe play some pool, play some darts.
Yeah.
Just haven't played any in the arcade games
something yet. To do.
Yeah, just
you got activities, socializing as well.
Yeah, everybody's kind of like catching up, I guess.
Yeah, I was talking to one of those girls about like socializing. Whenever we started having a conversation, we was talking about like, we talked about the podcast a little bit, and then we was like, you know, it's kind of difficult to have a conversation. Actually, I had this conversation with a couple of different people, but it's just like sometimes it's difficult to have, because like even before we just started this, like I was saying, you got to have the small talk in order to get to the big talk. That's what it says in one of the books that 90 tricks or something. 90 some tricks. It's like
when I think of tricks, I think of like a
tricks,
kick flip or something.
Like Bowberry biscuits. Yeah. Anyways.
I was saying like tricks to cereal.
Oh yeah. What was I gonna say, bro? The book, How to Talk to Anyone. That's the book. It's called How to Talk to Anyone, 90 some tricks or whatever. To talk to anyone.
Yeah.
It's actually a really good book. It's actually really helpful. It has a lot of very helpful tips to be proactively, you know.
Yeah, talk to people.
Fucking social.
Mono
proactively
e mono.
Mono e mono, yeah. And I think it can be difficult too if you're talking to like multiple people as well.
Yeah, it's kind of like, how do you engage everybody?
How do you engage everybody? Because then that's not mono
I'm
e
terrible
mono
at,
anymore.
like, group.
That's mono e group.
That's mono e trace or something, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's Spanish right there.
You know? See, bro? Yeah, but I don't think mono is Spanish.
Traces. I know some Spanish. Fuck off, man.
Be cool. I got you.
God damn it.
Okay, yeah, bro. Just talking to people can be difficult.
Yeah.
Even like one-on-one conversations, especially whenever you're trying to get to know somebody, and then
Because you don't know what to talk about.
yeah,
That's why.
or not even. Yeah, that's why you asked me.
Well, I was about to say that's why you drink, but
yeah.
because not
guess so.
necessarily, but it just helps.
don't have
Kind of
to.
like it's a good icebreaker.
Helps kind of break the ice. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe people feel like a little bit more at ease. You just
Yeah.
it's like, look, man.
I mean,
Everything's chill.
yeah. I think humor is like one of the best ways to do it too.
Oh yeah,
Like
That's
trying
what
to
I mean,
be
it's
funny,
like,
but sometimes like it's a hit or miss.
sometimes it goes left, man.
Sometimes it goes left. Yeah. Shout out.
Yep. Shout out, ooh, man. He's webbing.
I'm webbing it up, man. Yeah, bro. It's definitely difficult sometimes to have conversations, and it's hard to especially get down to it. Like
Down
some
to
people don't
business?
even want to talk.
Oh yeah, some people are just kind of. I won't say open book. I call them closed book.
Yeah. Because they can't talk. I don't know.
It's like maybe they just didn't develop it in the womb or something.
Maybe they just didn't develop it. Maybe they just don't have it. Maybe you don't have it. Hey, you either got it or you don't.
Hey, if you don't use it, you lose it.
If you don't use it, you lose it. If you got it, you got it. If you don't, then you don't. I mean, that's just, it is what it is. And either you got it or you don't. That's the only two options.
So you better got it.
So you better get it while the getting's good.
You better get it while it lasts.
Sometimes you can't really get it, especially like getting in the conversation, bro.
I guess it really depends on how autistic you are.
Yeah,
Some people
I guess so.
super autistic, you know, like
I don't know. The autistic people that all the autistic people I've ever met have been like super duper confident.
yeah.
Because I guess they don't understand like I don't know if they understand or no. I don't know if it's.
Well, I thought like if you're really autistic, you're kind of like more to yourself or something like.
Yeah. I think that it's they don't understand some social cues or they don't pick up on it.
Like sarcasm.
Yeah, just like a wide variety of them. I mean, there's different. It kind of like it's like a spectrum.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I guess there's like a mixed bag.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't think that they really like if they, and usually they're blunt. They're very blunt, straightforward.
Oh yeah, but that can also add to like humor.
Yeah,
like the bluntness of it. 'Cause
it
it's
can.
Just like straight face, straight lace, kind of with it.
Straight face, straight laced.
You dig?
You dig? Yeah, bro. There's different types of autism and shit. Either you got it or you don't. You know what I mean?
It's like a spectrum.
It's like a spectrum. Shout out to Spectrum for providing
For
Wi-Fi.
their fucking half-ass Wi-Fi.
For their half-ass Wi-Fi. Let's get that shit fixed.
Pay the most
Yeah.
premium
we pay
plan.
the most premium plan, and y'all can't even keep the fucking Wi-Fi on. Let's get those numbers up.
Well, it's because I don't got no competition, I don't think. Do they? Do they?
Yeah. Or do they even have competence?
Probably not.
I don't know.
Not that great from what I've experienced.
Yeah.
We're right beside a fucking cell tower, too. You'd think this shit would...
You think this shit would work?
I think this shit... God, I feel terrible for people down the road.
You think Earth is real?
That's one of those...
It's one of those jokes.
I believe it. It's one of those jokes.
It's one of those signs of autism.
That's one of those autistic questions.
Yeah. Okay, I got you a better one, bro. Do you think the pictures of Earth is real?
Yeah. I mean, fuck it. If it is, it is. And if it ain't, it ain't. I'm not going to sit around and go fly up the fucking space and tell you.
Why not? Would you go to space?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I just don't... It probably costs a lot of money.
How much?
I think it's like $250K, $500K.
To go to space? You already know. You looked it up. What the fuck? That's
Just
dope, bro.
curious.
Hey, well, I'm glad. I'm
Well,
glad that you did because now I know
It's like Virgin
just in case I
Galactic.
wanted to go.
You know, like they got like commercial flights that take you up.
Yeah.
It's not even like space. It's just like enough to see the curve. You know.
Yeah. We should take like a $250,000 loan out.
Take a loan. That'd be
Like whenever you're
hilarious.
applying for the loan, they're like, "What are you gonna use the money for?" And you're like,
Go to
"Going to
space."
space. I'm going to space, bro."
Oh my god, that'd be a hell of a way to
Going to space.
ruin your credit,
That'd be a good way to ruin a career too.
ruin everything.
I mean, actually, that would be a good career path though. If you did
Space?
that, yeah, you can just
Go
be
into
like,
space.
you can put it down on your resume and be like, "I'm an astronaut."
That's pretty.
You know,
You gotta be smart.
then who won't think about it? Who won't hire you? Like who? What they turned down an astronaut? You're applying. Say you're applying to Winn-Dixie. What are they gonna do? Be like, we don't want them stocking shelves. Like he's an astronaut. They're definitely
They
not
might
gonna
think
do
you're
that.
Overqualified.
Nah, bro. Nobody's overqualified.
Mm.
You can either do it or you can't.
If I was an astronaut, man, I probably would try and get a job
What's even better? Why
besides like stocking shelves.
wouldn't? Yeah, just an example.
Oh, I thought you were being serious.
Yeah, I was. I was being serious about an example.
There's the autism right there.
That's okay. Be cool. I think that an astronaut could get any job that they want.
Man, probably most of them.
Think about it. Would you hire an astronaut for your lawyer?
I mean, there's kind of stuff that they gotta know.
There's so many things that they have to know, and they probably know a little bit about your case.
Yeah,
So
they've been to space, man. They know how to beat the case.
hear me out. So you get an astronaut as a lawyer.
If they're willing to let
If they're willing to do it,
if they're willing to let
I'll
a
hire
dude
them.
pilot a multi-billion-dollar spacecraft,
Yeah.
I mean, come on now, like they
You should
probably
put them on the line to risk your freedom.
Yeah, and if you can't get, you'll just take space. You can gotta go.
Yeah. You can just go to space
Go
for
up
free.
The International Space Station. You just chill there.
Ice.
What's the ISS?
Oh, yeah. I guess it is. It's...
Is what it is.
Hey, it is what it is. Okay.
Literally.
Now I'm ready for my question. 1, 2, 3, go.
Well, dang, I've been thinking so much about
It's on the
how
spot,
to
bro.
answer.
It's on the spot. Here, I can talk a little bit more so you can think about it.
Yeah, let me
So
put in
that
some
you can
filler.
really get into it and actually think about what you're trying to say, because I would love to know what you're about to say and what you're about to ask, because I have very good questions to ask you as well, and I got very good answers to the questions that you have to ask me.
Have you
Therefore-
announced anything about your book yet?
Yeah.
Do you have like any timelines when people can
Man,
expect it to be ready?
hopefully by the end of next year. Hopefully that's the goal. By the end of 2025, I want to have a physical copy in hand.
So will it be like?
I want to make sure that it's really,
will it
really
be
good.
available by?
Be available
December
by
of 2025?
2026.
So like you thinking like
I don't think that it'll take me a whole
summer
year.
2026? You think people will be able to buy it?
Yeah. It just takes a long time, man. It takes a really long,
How
especially like editing.
how many chapters will you
10.
and how many have you got?
I have, I'm working on multiple ones simultaneously. Yeah,
There's
so
no finished chapters. Like
yeah.
there's like 10 half finished chapters.
Yeah, well, no, not really. There's probably like 6.
6 half finished chapters.
Yeah, and then the other ones I haven't started on yet.
So you're making good
Well,
progress.
there's a couple of them that are fully finished. Well, no, they're not. They're not fully finished, but they're mostly finished.
How many
And
pages do you think it'll be? Like 200?
I don't know yet. I really don't know
Because
yet.
you have to think about like the font, how big you want the print to
Yeah.
be.
It's gonna. I think that it's gonna be a pretty decent sized book. It's gonna be a pretty decent sized book, and what I'm gonna try to do within the book is I want to make it to where people can pick it up and read any part of it and it makes sense.
Just pick it up from anywhere.
So there's going to be chapters and then there's going to be sub-chapters, and I want to be able to make the subchapter small enough to where people can pick up the book and turn to any page in the book and be able to read it, sit down and at least read a chapter. Even people that have ADD or ADHD.
Man, that stuff's tough to deal with.
So I want it to be able to be accessible to everyone and everybody still understand it and also somewhat learn something. And even if you don't learn anything, which most of the time you'll pick up, because I've learned things and I'm still learning things while writing the book. So like a lot of the things that I'm putting in it that I want people to understand, maybe I don't understand all of it, but I want people to be aware of those things that there are for them to understand, if that makes sense. So it's kind of like a precursor if you wish to delve further into each topic that I discuss.
Kind of like a,
but it's just the base, a prerequisite.
There's like a word for it. It's like it's kind of it's I forget the word for it, but it basically like allows you to get the gist of it.
Exactly. I just want it to cover. I want it to cover life's complexities. Scared of the skeletons, exposing and navigating life's complexities. I want to be able to bring the problems that people have to people's attention that everybody faces at every point in their life, at some point in their life. And I want people to understand the basics of what those things are. I want to expose that, and also, I want people to understand the problems that they have and why they have those problems so that they can fix them. And so there's some answers as to what you could potentially do to fix those things, but really it's up to you.
Yeah,
and it opens the doors to question those things as well. So like it's the surface level things, but if you wanted to learn more about it, but some people want to learn more about things, but then they're like, learn more about what? Like, what exactly do I need to learn more about? Just like sharpening, like sharpening life skills.
Yeah, I guess it really depends on what they want to learn. There's so much stuff to learn.
What do you want to learn?
You can't really know everything, so
there's no way to know everything, bro. There's so much.
You have to choose what you want to know.
Exactly. And that's why I wanted to highlight, because some people don't know what to choose to know. Some people just know what they know and then they don't care to know anymore.
I feel like there's people that they want to know more, but maybe they're in a situation that they don't like, but they don't really know how to get out of, and they don't really know where to begin.
Yeah, and there's tools out there to help people, and I want the book that I'm writing right now to be the book that a lot of people gravitate towards to find answers about what's going on in their life. And it could be a way of reassurance as well.
So it'd be like,
that's how I'm writing it, in a way of reassurance.
Kind of like a book that's like the Swiss Army knife of like things to know.
Exactly.
Like a general...
like it's general wisdom. Like that's what the book basically is general wisdom.
Like, and well-rounded, kind of like just almost like a manual.
Exactly. It's a manual to bridge the gap between known and unknown. That's the way that I describe it in the introduction. Is that it's basically a manual to bridge the gap between the known and unknown.
Taking responsibility for things would probably be
a
good starting point, and then
for sure,
who you have as your company would matter too.
Exactly, and I say reassurance as well because, even though that most people know the general knowledge of what's in the book and the general wisdom, or they're aware of it, it's not reinforced a lot in their lives.
So they might hear a little bit here and there.
Exactly.
But I guess for people who really want to have that kind of like instilled in them, if it didn't happen to them while they were a kid, because a lot of people it doesn't happen, and then they kind of go out into the world and they're like trying to figure out a more effective way of like kind of going about everything.
Exactly. And really,
they'd have to read that, but they not only would they have to read it, but they probably have to read it several times and kind of like make it a part of their character.
Yeah, and I want it to be also one of the other biggest reasons that I wrote it, or I'm writing it. Two of the biggest reasons is, one, because I want something to outlive me. So whenever I die, there's still going to be a book here that has wisdom that I want other people to know. And so it also provides value to other people without me even being here. It's me providing value to other people without me being here. That's whenever I die. So like basically legacy, but also legacy in the sense of, to kids that are being introduced into the world. Like my kids in particular, whenever I have kids, I want my kids to be able to lean on something even if I'm not here. And, if a kid looks at something and looks at a book and be like, my dad wrote that, then it's going to mean more to that kid as well.
A kid could also read it and
or just not even like me. I'm just saying just a kid in general. Just if they see something that is appealing to them. What was you going to say, bro?
I was saying, like, and for that kid personally to be able to like be a way for them to still have some form of like contact with you.
Exactly.
In a sense, they'd be like, well, what did Dad used to always say? And you can go see it in the book and see, like, okay, yeah, that is what he would do. That's what Dad would do.
Yep.
So that's what, and it worked for him. I'll try.
For real. I wish my dad did something like that. That would be cool. I wish like everybody wishes.
They do have like things that you can buy. I seen it, and it was like a book. It was for like, I think it was like for Father's Day, whatever. But it was literally a book, and it had a bunch of different questions in the book, and it asked Dad, what did you do in this sort of situation? And it kind of had like I got a screenshot of it on my phone.
Really, that would be awesome.
Yeah, and so like you hand it to your dad, and it's a journal, and it allows him to fill all that stuff out. And so now and then you have all his
that would be really, really cool. And I mean, I think they have one for Mom too. Parents instill their values in their kids either way.
Yeah.
So like what is basically a collection of knowledge that's been taught.
A lot of it from them.
From your parents, exactly.
And from their parents, like,
so then you learn by the people who raised you.
Yeah, like,
and you can also relate to them too because they're your relatives.
Yeah, I mean they're your kin. They're like the
relatives, kin, your blood.
They're like the closest thing to you, and you're the closest thing to them.
Yeah.
If you share like, I think 50% of your DNA with your parents, like 50% with your mom, 50% with your dad. I think the same thing with brothers and sisters too.
You mean to tell you something crazy? A crazy number?
What?
Crazy two numbers. You share 50% of your DNA with your sibling, but you also share 90% of your DNA with a chimpanzee.
Yeah. And like I think it's
y'all
like 70% for like literally like an earthworm or something. It's crazy.
We're chimps. And earthworms.
No, really.
We're chimps and earthworms. Think about it. That's your real ancestors. Chimp, earthworm.
You're also like, what, 70 or 75% water?
Yeah. So, I mean.
It's crazy.
Why do we have so many percentages?
I don't know.
We're like 1,000%.
Autistic.
Or 1,000% autistic.
Yeah.
What do you do if somebody comes up to you and starts asking you shit, and then you're like, "We're 1,000% authenticacious." Authentacious.
Advantageous. You're 1,000% advantageous.
We're making this shit up as we
Making up
go.
whole ass words.
Okay, bro. Let's get into the next one. Let's see what time we're at right now. We're at 30. We're at 30 minutes. We're getting some good roll.
As long as
We're going to have to end it now, ain't we?
no, I still got. I take my medicine soon, but
Okay.
I got like another 20.
Okay. Should I ask you a question or do you want to ask me a question?
No, you can ask me a question. I asked you like a series of questions.
Okay.
Really.
All right, here we go. What's your favorite fruit?
Probably an apple.
Really? I thought you was going to say a mango. An apple's a very good answer.
Mangoes are good.
Yeah.
Now vegetables, it's kind of like more
Vegetables.
vegetable, a little bit more difficult. I mean, look,
You ever seen VeggieTales? Too many questions.
I
Sorry,
think
that's
I've
the
seen
next
it,
one.
but, like,
okay, go ahead.
we'll do fruit and I'll do vegetable.
All right.
I
Your favorite fruit
like fruits and
is an
vegetables.
apple.
Because it keeps the
It's
doctor
chill,
away
because
most of the time.
yes,
Until here recently.
we don't want to fuck with those doctors. They will give you a heartache.
They're expensive. But apples are good for you, you know. Vegetable wise, gosh, man, there's some good ones. I mean,
Yeah, pick
You-
a good
like-
one.
acorn squash is pretty good.
I mean, squash. That's a fruit.
Okay, that's a good fruit. Acorn squash.
Squash is a fruit. Peppers are fruits. Tomatoes are fruits.
Okay. Well,
Just to put it in perspective for you.
in that case, then
It's been a good
asparagus.
one.
I like asparagus.
Asparagus. Asparagus.
But it has to be made a certain way. I like it.
I see it. You like it with all the seasoning and
I
cheese.
like. Well, no, not that. Like I like it to be, it's like fried. Okay.
Yeah. Mixed with your fried rice.
No.
Okay.
It makes it to where it's not real crunchy. It's a little bit more chewy.
Oh,
but it's
you
also
like
got
it.
It's got like it absorbs the oils. Like you put oils in it, and it makes it almost taste like it has like butter. It's almost like buttery.
Oh.
Think of like, you know, like how you said acorn squash is. Have you ever had acorn squash?
No.
Okay.
I have not.
Have you ever had squash?
Maybe. Yes.
Holy
Yes, I
fuck.
have. Yes, I have.
Do you know what the taste of it
Mixed-
is?
No.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I've had it mixed in with things.
You haven't had a lot of vegetables or fruits, have you?
Yeah, I think that I have had a lot, but I'm just, I haven't had many individually. I guess maybe I have, maybe like broccoli and asparagus,
Yeah, asparagus is
stuff like
good.
that. I've had like individually,
Asparagus is really
but like
good for you.
squash, that's like something I would have some mixed in with a dish.
Well, acorn squash, I know it's a fruit, but when you cut it open and you put it like into the oven, and like you're cooking it and stuff, you got all these different seasonings that go on it, and then you put like butter on it.
Yeah,
Irish butter,
Irish butter.
Kerrygold butter, really good, really good from Irish.
Heck yeah,
Irish.
I'm Irish, sir. I'm Irish. I was listening to you, bro. Okay.
No, I just thought it was funny.
All right. I won't listen to you. Okay, I'm back listening to you. I turned it off for a second.
Oh, I didn't know what was going on.
I'm listening.
I'm just drugged out.
Irish squash. You're
No, it's
drugged
not.
out on the Irish
Fucking-
squash. We're drugged out on Irish squash.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. I've been
I'm
hitting Irish
Scottish. He's
squash.
Irish.
Fuck it. I'm Irish, Scottish, and Vietnamese, and Chinese,
What the fuck?
and African.
Yeah, fuck it.
Fuck it. Let's go.
I
You
don't
had
remember.
Irish squash. I'm on it, bro.
No.
I'm
It wasn't
listening to your
Irish
story.
Squash. It was Kerrygold, which is Irish butter.
Kerrygold.
Kerrygold butter. Bro,
Why
you
does that
got-
sound? Why does it sound like a singer?
That's just the
Kerrygold.
name of the company.
Mariah Carey.
But that's butter. Man, fuck that other butter.
Yeah, fuck that
Kerrygold.
other butter.
I don't know what. It's just more. It's got a richer taste.
What is
to it.
Kerrygold?
That's the name of the company
Of what?
of the butter.
Oh, the butter company, Kerrygold. I just know the lakes, Lakes, or some shit like
yeah,
that.
that shit don't cut it.
That shit don't cut it.
Hell no. I've had both.
Irish, the Irish butter.
Kerrygold.
That's what it is. Oh, that's what you saying was the Irish butter. I
Yeah.
see. I'm connecting the dots now.
Yes.
I got it, bro. I fuck with Irish butter. You know, whenever you're making brownies, whenever you're making pot brownies or dab brownies, you should only use Irish butter because
It's better.
of some sort of reason, I guess. I don't know.
It's like maybe the grass that they feed the cows.
I think
or
that's the
whatever
way
it
that
is.
it absorbs. But
Whatever it is.
whatever
Or
it
they
is.
feed them. But super good, and I highly recommend it. And it's very good for you. I don't exactly know all the benefits. I think it's like antioxidants, and then like just the fiber, all that sort of stuff's good for you. And vegetables, just in general, you need to make sure you eat your vegetables.
Yeah.
Eat your fruits.
Eat your fruits and vegetables.
Take your vitamins.
Take your vitamins.
Take it in conjunction with your meals.
Yeah.
Absorb everything
Take it
better.
into consideration.
But yeah, dude, just think about that shit makes me hungry.
Are you hungry?
I'll probably later tonight will be eating.
You want to get a bushel of asparagus with me?
I would, bro.
You wouldn't mind it, would you?
No, shoot, man. That's something I want to know how to do eventually. I want to know how
make asparagus.
I want to know how to like be a good cook for myself.
Yeah, I think I want to do that too.
Just so that that way I don't have to be sitting around and having to go somewhere to get my meals. Because I feel like if you're going out and you have to go get fast food, first of all, it's terrible for you.
It's awful.
Second of all,
it's going to cost you more money.
It's going to cost you a lot more money.
Yeah.
And,
like lots.
And if you just, you got all the utensils here. You got all the
everything that you need.
Here. Everything's here.
Yeah. We're a big, happy family.
And you can make some simple stuff like scrambled eggs. Like liver mush is good. I love liver mush.
Get Minute Maid.
Do we have a toaster here?
No.
We need a toaster.
We have a toaster oven. And it'll work. It'll work just like a toaster. Promise, I've used it like it before.
Is it as quick as a toaster?
What do you mean by quick? Yeah, it's somewhat quick. Yeah.
So, like, let's say you woke up, right?
You wanted to put waffles in there.
No, I was gonna say, like, let's say if you woke up and you want to make yourself some scrambled eggs, some liver mush, and some toast with butter, some Kerrygold butter.
Easy.
Everything here.
Everything would be done
away.
Probably around the same time, except for maybe the liver mush.
Liver mush. What do you have to do? Will you cook it in the oven?
I don't know.
I don't know, guys.
I'm just
if y'all
guessing.
have like any,
if y'all have any
recommendations
suggestions
for food,
then
cook,
you should cook them yourselves.
I'd love to learn how to cook. Like, actually, I knew how to cook for a little bit because when I lived with my dad,
there wasn't no food there.
Well, it wasn't that. There was food, but it was like no one was. He had to work a lot.
Yeah.
So this was like maybe middle school, and like in the very first year of high school, I used to ride the bus.
You used to ride the bus.
Yeah,
we did. Both
like
did.
In the morning, I'd get up. Dad would already be gone. He'd be gone or to work, or he'd be still sleeping. So, because the bus would always pick me up, like in the beginning.
Pick you up 2 out of 5.
I was like, I think the second or third person on the bus.
You ever missed the bus?
I don't think I have, actually. Maybe one time.
Really?
But the reaction from Brad made it to where it was the only time.
Did you see how I asked you that question, though? Maybe you don't know how I asked you that question.
No. Well, how did you ask the question?
Have you ever missed the bus?
Like, have I missed being on the bus?
Maybe that's what I was asking.
I mean, I'm just assuming. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I think that you answered it correctly. Well, okay. Well, you already. We got to go back to the original thing that we were just talking about just a minute ago. And
about vegetables.
Yeah, I was talking about vegetables and shit.
Fruit.
But I also want to get your take on, how many times that you missed the bus. Like you said that you missed the bus once, but how many times have you missed the bus? Like you're sitting down in a day and you're like getting kind of sad, and you're like, then you really think about it and you're like, damn, why am I sad? And then you're like, oh, because I missed the bus. And it was past tense. So you missed the bus. Who in the fuck is calling me?
Who was it?
Be cool.
Just
be cool, man. Yeah. I missed the bus probably twice. But luckily somebody came by and picked me up. A couple people. Actually, I think that I missed the bus more than twice. And there was a couple times where I just went back to the house and just went back to sleep. and I just didn't go to school. Did you miss school a lot?
Not really, no.
Damn, I think that I cut you off several times, man. And I really feel like a piece of shit because I would cut you off and then I would think in my head, I'm like, oh, well, we're going to go back to it. And then I would just continue.
I'm cool, bro. I'm just going along with the flow.
God dang, man. I need to fix my act.
I'll pick up another.
We'll pick up another one. So how many times did you miss school? How often was you absent?
I don't really recall being absent that much. Being late, there was a few times, but a lot of that was I didn't have control over that because I was, you're a car rider. You got to get dropped off. Yeah. So if somebody else is running late, it doesn't matter if I'm ready. Yeah, I'm waiting on somebody else. So until I got my license, I was basically at the mercy of whoever else could get me there.
Really?
Yeah. So that would lead to like some situations where I would be, I'd be late. But the thing was, the penalty for being late was a lot less than like just not showing up. I think there was like a certain system they had in place where you get points or whatever.
Nah, bro. Actually, it was the opposite because I played to the. I made sure that I found out exactly what the consequences were for everything. Like whenever it came to like getting absent and being late and shit, I would ask around. I'd be like, so how many times do I have to be late in order for there to be a penalty? And what is the penalty? And it was like 10 absences, or 10 tardies, and you get Saturday detention. Or, I think that's what it was. 10 tardies or you can get Saturday detention, and then like 5 more after that, you get like, like OSS or some shit.
Well, never got to that.
I don't really remember. But I would just be really late, and I would just count it. I would just be absent. And some days, if I was just counted as absent, because if you're more than like 30 minutes late, then you're just counted absent.
Yeah, I don't think I was ever that late. If I was late, it'd be like 5 minutes.
But then there was like, if you had like, it was like 20 absences or something, then you fail a class automatically. It was something like that. I don't really remember what it was, but I'm just giving you the perspective of,
It's been a while, so
putting in perspective the numbers of what it was, what the consequences was of the actions that you did or did not take.
Yeah, if I was late, it wasn't by much. I never really had days where I would just show up hours late because that wouldn't be what would happen. Usually it would just be,
I just wouldn't even show up. Like towards my senior year, bro, I just didn't give a fuck. I really didn't. I did not care at all. I didn't show up. Well, I did. Of course I still passed all my classes and shit. And I still did good in all my classes, but I never, I didn't really show up that much. I didn't do any homework.
Yeah, I
was late all the fucking time.
School, I didn't really.
You wasn't really a fan of school.
I don't think a lot of people were. Yeah. But
I had fun in school.
I had a fun time in school. But the thing was, I'd rather sleep because, like, for me, what I would do.
Yeah, I like to sleep too.
I would like be up late and then go to bed, and then I'd get up the next day and I'd be tired and go to school. That's the only thing I didn't like, was just being tired and trying to learn something. At the same time, was like super hard. And at that time, I didn't drink coffee or nothing, so it was like. It was rough because I would come home, right? You get home around like 3 or whatever, and then you take a nap for like 2 hours, and then you'd be like, fuck. Now I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. And then it'll just like repeat itself. Yeah. But that was all my fault. But the thing was, I just didn't care because I'd just be like, oh, I can just do this. And then on the weekend, I'll just sleep in or whatever, catch up on sleep.
Yeah. No, I do that now.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Nothing's really changed.
Same for me. There are like
I'm still late to shit.
Well, now it's not the penalty is just your check.
We don't give a shit. We're
I'm
gonna give a
telling you, man,
shot.
you need to bump that up to like
We're gonna bump the numbers up, man.
bump it up,
Let's
especially
just,
with
we
the
just
overtime.
gotta lock in, man. That's really
You
all
really,
that
I
it
mean,
is.
and you got a lot of free time.
Got a free time,
You got a lot more free time.
free time, overtime, and
Ultra time.
ultra time and omega time. Super ultra omega time.
That's like 50,000 times.
We
X
got time
base pay.
It's 5 times 10 times 100 billion.
That's
Figure that out. Get back to me.
that's like super billion trillion
When you-
McMillion dollars per
McMillion.
McMillion. Oh,
Yeah. Whenever y'all figure that out, get back to me.
yeah. Do the math in your head.
Do the math in your head, and you get a free subscription to Wholehearted Entertainment on YouTube, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you can already do. You can already subscribe, and if you haven't subscribed,
Then
Then-
what are you doing?
yeah, and not yeah, if you haven't subscribed, then you're probably gonna die.
That's pretty bad, man. You're
That's
not even
pretty
subscribed.
bad. That's pretty bad. Only if you want to live, and we know if you want to live or if you want to die. The choice is yours. I think that should be the end.
Yeah. The choice is in your hands. So you better figure that shit out.
Yep. And we love you.
Yep, we love you. I love you.
I love you.